I have to start with saying congratulations to another smashing album, Hellfire and Damnation. Um, Sounds amazing. It's out January 19th, if I'm correct.
Yep, January 19th.
Yeah, and as a radio host, always get the pleasure of hearing it before everybody else. So I can tell the fans that it's a smashing album again.
That's right. You're very lucky.
Yeah, I am very lucky.
It's not been finished very long, so yeah, very lucky.
But
chosen few.
Tell us about the album, please. I mean, the name is pretty awesome. I love the name, Hellfire and Damnation.
Yeah, well, it's the song's about battle between good and evil, through time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my general gist of the title. My father used to say as a curse back in my youth. He used to go like Hellfire and Damnation. What's that been doing now? what have you been doing? So he used to, that sort of, bloody hellfire. He used to use hell a lot when I was a kid, again, to sort you out.
So when you heard the words Hellfire and Damnation from your father, you knew that you'd done something wrong.
I was in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were in trouble. Okay.
Done something wrong.
Yeah. If he used to take his belt off, that's the worst part of it.
Come here.
You were in for trouble when the belt came off.
Yeah. The album is produced by Andy Sneap and of course you as well, Biff.
Yeah.
What's Andy's contribution to the record, do you think?
Well, he's done a lot on the album. He's worked on the album, worked with us quite closely. Doing the drum sounds and things. He was doing Judas Priest at the time. We were making the album, really. So he was involved, over the internet. So yeah, he's done a fantastic job, Andy. Great mix, great sound, Yeah,
the sound is amazing. I really have to say that.
Even Andy thought it was amazing. It's really hard to please, because he's a musician as well. So he's very, very sort of wants everything to be perfect, So
yeah,
he's really pleased. He actually phoned me up and said, "Actually, it sounds fantastic. This album."
It does.
It does.
Where did it all go right?
I'm sure Judas Priest must have heard it and gone, huh? Yeah, it's good. He did a great job, Andy. And friend as well. I've known him a long time. I've known him since, Sabat, when he was a kid. He was 17 years old when we first met him. And then he suddenly turned into a record producer, and we were like, really? Mm-hmm. What, that little kid? Came to the dressing room on a festival and said, I'd like to do the next album.
Wow.
And we were like, yeah, okay. Are you a producer? He's like, yeah, I've just done, what have you done? I can't remember what he'd done. Killswitch Engage or something like that. Or somebody. Maybe he did Megadeth.
He did Trivium.
Yeah, Trivium. He'd done somebody that was great, yeah.
Yeah.
And we said, yeah, fine. He didn't do that album, but he did the next one, which was, I think, Sacrifice or Baptism Run. I can't remember. I think we've done 5-6 albums with him now.
How long does it take to create an album like this? I mean, for the fans who has no idea about playing an instrument or anything, from start to end, from the talking.
I would say to make the album, it took us about 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, Andy mixed it in a week. We did the guitars in a week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Drums in 3 days, bass in a day. And then vocals, I probably took about a week on vocals. And then when Andy finished Judas Priest, we went to Andy's. They did a bit more guitar there. Paul did a bit of guitar there as well. And I did maybe another vocal with him. So yeah, it was all done really, ready to go. So everybody moving very quickly and getting everything down. Great playing. No sort of not a lot of overdubs. Endless overdub. not a lot of looping of guitar parts and things, which you can get involved with that if the riffs are difficult to play. But this one's pretty raw, pretty played quite live, I think.
Yeah. I always thought about, since I heard Saxon for the first time when I was, I think, around 9 years old. But the process for you when you make music, and the question is for both of you, of course. What's the process like making a song? Like, I mean, we could take one of the old ones or a new one. But do you start with the guitar riff, or do you start with lyrics, or how does it work?
It can be both, really. But it usually starts from a guitar riff and then a lyric or a title. Okay. It sometimes starts with a title, and then I'll be looking around for a nice riff to go with the title, which obviously will be the chorus. So that's usually how it starts. Then everything flows into me, and then I have the sort of pleasure of saying no or yes. Sometimes I'm not the most favorite guy in the world. You know what I mean? But yeah, most of the time. Things are coming in, we're ready to write the album. And on this album, we had to get it together fairly quickly because we've got this tour coming with Judas Priest, this arena tour in March. So we had to be ready for that. So the cutoff date was around the middle of October. So I think we finished it on the 15th of October. And I asked Brian if he'd got any ideas while we were doing the festivals this summer. And he sent me some ideas. And obviously, I picked 3 of his ideas, really.
Great.
Domination, Madame Guillotine, and 1066. Now the other songs are Nymphs, Riffs, and Doug's. So it's pretty even across the board, really. People, we rehearsed the songs together for a week, did we?
Yeah, I think it was
5,
about
6
a week.
days, yeah. We rehearsed all the songs.
Yeah.
So everybody knew their parts, and we just went for it and recorded it.
Yeah. So we're going to get back to the tour, of course. But of course, Brian Tatler, new member of Saxon. Welcome to Saxon. How did this happen?
It happened. So last year, I got a call in the summer to say Saxon were doing a festival on the weekend called Steelhouse. And they said, Paul's got COVID. So would I learn the set and step in for him? Or... so I said, yes, of course. Great. I'd love to. So I went upstairs and started learning the set. And then maybe on the Thursday before the gig.
You didn't stay downstairs then?
I know, I stayed upstairs. Okay. I didn't even come down to eat. And on the Thursday, the manager called me back and said, Paul's okay for the gig, but thanks for learning the set. So I thought about it, and I thought that could happen again. I'll keep my hand in, and I thought that Paul could get COVID again. Paul could even leave, and then I started to think, what if Paul did leave? Do you think they'd ask me? And then in March of this year, I got another call saying Paul's stepping down from Saxon. Would I be interested in joining the band? And I said yes. Straight away, because I'd already imagined the scenario, and I realised it's a fantastic opportunity. It's a big step up, and it's an honour to play with such a fantastic band. So I said yes immediately, and then again went back upstairs.
Going upstairs again. Okay, there we are.
Get the Spotify on and the YouTube and learn. I started learning 27 songs. And then with the first gig was in July in Athens, opening for Deep Purple, which was a big deal for me because I've always been a Purple fan, never done anything like that before. So it's a huge, event and opportunity for me. Here we are.
Amazing story. It sounds like a match in heaven for you guys.
Perfect. Yeah, great for me. Saxon's a similar sort of band to Diamond. It's not like I've had to, join, Cradle of Filth or something where it's a very different style, different techniques required and stuff. It's been an awesome challenge for me as a player, and I couldn't have wished for a better opportunity.
Yeah, it would have been a huge difference if they called you from like Taylor Swift's band or something. Asked you to join them.
I'd still have said yes.
You would. So we have to talk about the tour. When I read about it first, I was like, "Holy shit!" We're talking Saxon, Uriah Heep, and Judas Priest.
Yeah.
This is an amazing tour, and it starts. It looks like it's a huge tour as well. It's not. We're not talking 10 concerts. You will be busy for quite some time, right?
Yeah, it's quite a lot of gigs, and they're big shows as well. They're arena shows, so we'll play to a lot of people. If it's sold out, hundreds of thousands of people.
It starts in March, right?
March, yeah. It starts on the 11th of March in Glasgow, in Scotland.
Yeah,
that's when it starts. So not that long, really. In the rock and roll world, that's nothing.
It's nothing. Yeah, but it says when you look at the webpage, it says it says World Tour Part 1, and then you see a lot.
It's always Part 1.
Okay.
It's always Part 1 because we'll tour on this album as long as people like it.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing people will love it. So, but I when I glanced at it, I didn't see Sweden.
What's one?
I didn't see Sweden on the tour list.
No, they're playing Sweden Rock, so maybe they can't play other shows in Sweden because of that. I don't know.
It could be.
We're going to come back to Sweden in November. We're coming to Sweden. Definitely coming to Sweden and Denmark and basically Scandinavia. Well, I do a festival in Oslo, in Norway. So whether we'll go.
You're doing the Tons of Rock, right?
Tons of Rock, yeah.
Yeah, it's an amazing festival as well.
It is, yeah.
The lineup this year is crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah,
We're on the Metallica day now. We were on the Judas Priest day originally.
Okay,
but they changed it over.
Yeah. So we're talking touring for a long time. How do you guys prepare yourself for such a long tour? I mean, you have to be in pretty good shape, I'm guessing, with the voice and with everything.
Yeah, you have to be in good shape. You have to have a big suitcase.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
A big suitcase for that.
Is it like this?
Yeah, we prepare. Each individual person prepares themselves, as they want to do. Really, I mean, Nigel tends to just get off the plane and drum.
Right.
I'll probably do a lot of biking and things, in the 2 months before, a month before, get my stamina levels up more. But so it is a long tour. It will be long. It will be hard, as the guy said in that song called Pilgrimage. Yeah.
But it will be some fun talking backstage, I'm guessing, with Uriah Heep and Judas Priest. You guys must have a lot of memories together.
There'll be some good parties. Yeah, there'll be some good parties, definitely.
Yeah.
Some good after-show parties, definitely.
Oh, my God. What are the odds of me attending one of those parties?
I think we could invite you.
Oh, I'm going to hold you to that. That would be on my bucket list for if I'm at that party, I can check it and then I'm done.
Yeah, we have a lot of parties in Sweden when we come here, though. We know a lot of people. There's a lot of hidden Saxon fans in the banking industry and
pretty much everywhere.
There,
The old Vikings coming up and
Saxon fan,
So you've done a lot of albums. So I just have to ask you this question. I mean, going on a tour like this, how do you even make a set list? It must be impossible with so many new records and from the old ones. Please yourself and the fans, or how do you do it?
Well, obviously it's all part of the Hellfire Domination World Tour. So we'll be featuring the album or all the shows. But we know what songs sound great live. Some songs just sound fantastic live. And other songs are a bit, So we know which ones sound great, but we try to do the songs that the audience want, really. So maybe in January I'll ask people what they want us to play. Choose 4 songs. Not often who wants to play. And usually the hardcore fans that have seen us a lot will pick really obscure tracks, you know.
Of course. They want the B-sides of the single from 81 or something like
that
that.
song, and you've got like two people in the audience love it, and everybody else is going, "What?
Yeah.
I never heard this song before." So you know, you have to walk a path through that. Trying to please everybody, which is impossible. So yeah, we try our best to please as many people as possible.